Use a 5mm Allen key and a ratchet to loosen and remove 12 bolts from RH cover. If the cover is jammed on the engine, locate the tapping points on RH cover and tap gently with the help of a mallet. To remove magneto cover from vehicle RH, then gently remove the gasket. After that, remove double pins from the RH cover. Place a special tool between the double gear and clutch gear to prevent the rotation of gears while removing the oil pump. Use an 8mm socket and ratchet to loosen and remove hex flange, bolt and washer from oil pump. Gently pull out the sprocket from oil pump shaft. Release chain from upper end of sprocket. Use 8mm socket with ratchet to loosen and remove 4 hex socket head bolts. Caution: unscrew bolts of pressure plates carefully as they are under spring force and may cause damage to spring or plate. Use a 10mm socket with ratchet to loosen 3 hex flange head bolts on pressure plate evenly and slowly until tension has been completely released. Remove the pressure plate along with 3 springs and bolts from clutch up. Remove pull rod along with clutch hub. Gently pull out all the clutch plates one by one. Along with the judder, ring and judder washer. Locate special tool bell housing on clutch center and ensure it is seated fully on splines. Caution: hex U-nut is a left-hand thread. Wrong rotation may damage the threads and hub. Use a 27mm socket Gently pull out clutch housing from shaft. Then remove the needle bearing from the shaft. After that, remove the collar bush to complete the process. Using a circlip plier, remove the circlip from gear shifter shaft as shown. Then remove the washer from shifter shaft manually. Push the gear shifter shaft gently and pull it out from R8 side of engine. Also remove the washer from gear shifter shaft. Use a 10mm socket, a small extension with a ratchet to loosen and remove the hex flange bolt. Use a 5mm Allen key, a small extension with a ratchet to loosen the star gear Allen key bolt along with star gear and washer. Then loosen and remove two hex head bolts from selector fork shaft stopper plate using the same set of tools. Use a 4mm Allen key, a small extension with a ratchet. To loosen and remove the two hex bolts. And then the bearing spacer. Manually remove the oil seal as shown. Using a 17mm socket with ratchet, rotate magneto rotor until one of hex head bolts on cam chain sprocket appears at the topmost position. Using a 12mm socket with ratchet, loosen and remove first hex head bolt from cam sprocket. Again, rotate magneto rotor in clockwise direction until other bolt is visible at topmost position. Loosen and remove the other hex head bolt from cam sprocket. Using a 10mm socket with ratchet, loosen and remove center hex flange bolt from cylinder barrel. After that, insert screwdriver into chain tensioner housing and turn clockwise until pad is free. Gently release cam chain from cam sprocket. Then using an 8mm socket, a small extension with a ratchet, loosen and remove 2 hex flange bolts to remove timing chain pad adjuster from cylinder barrel. Lastly, remove timing chain pad adjuster from cylinder barrel. Remove the timing chain from camshaft sprocket. Then remove C washer from groove in cylinder head LH. To release camshaft using a sharp tool, using a 5mm Allen key with ratchet, loosen and remove 4 Allen key bolts to remove pulse air valve. Using a 12mm socket and extension with Tommy bar, loosen 8 hex headlong bolts in crisscross pattern on cylinder head. Then use a ratchet to remove them. Caution: cylinder head mounting bolts are for one-time usage only. Always use new head bolts during installation. Dispose old head mounting bolts suitably. Support cam chain suitably and gently remove cylinder head from cylinder barrel. Remove the cylinder head gasket from cylinder barrel and pull out the double pins manually. Remove the floating chain pad from front end of the cylinder barrel. Slightly tilt and gently remove the cylinder barrel from crankcase and then remove the gasket. Then remove 2 double pins with the help of a nose plier. Piston removal. Use a 3 mm microfiber cloth to cover the crankcase to prevent the circlip falling into crankcase. Use a circlip plier to pull out the circlip from piston. Gently push out the gudgeon pin to release the piston. Repeat the process for another piston. Use an 8 mm socket and ratchet to loosen and remove 13 hex flange bolts from the engine sump cover in the crisscross manner as shown. Remove the engine sump cover gently. Then remove the gasket.